Larry and I were talking for about 2 years. Um, how can I explain it? Larry and I talked for a year on the low, and then we dated for a year and like letting becoming Facebook official. And he actually proposed to me
March 6th,
right before we were together dating officially for a year.
which was March 11th.
He remembers dates. I don't. And I think I don't. I knew I wanted to be your wife. But I don't think it was a. It's, how can I say it? I don't think it was that serious for it to be a push to be like, we need to hurry up and get married. But I didn't. Did I? Would you say I pushed us into getting married? You can be honest.
I'm laughing because I remember the day I proposed, she cussed me out because the neighbors was arguing, and she said she probably out there fussing him out because she ain't got a ring yet, just like I ain't got one. I think you did push because you had in your mind, I'm about to be 30 and I need to be married before I'm 30. I don't know, but I think that's society. Society pushes that, especially on females, that you have to be married. Men, we could be 90 years old and they'd be like, oh, he finally got married. That's good for him, right? He was not old. He was good. But you, as a female, you have to be married. Society says you have to be married before you're 30. And you got to have kids before you hit 31. You got to have a house before you hit 31 and a half.
You so extra.
But
that is true. And I think that was a push too. Like to me, 30 was you're grown. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no, oh, she just in her 20s or she just a teenager. It's no, you a grown ass woman. So you need to have things in order. And I think that's how I felt too. Like, I don't want to say I didn't have, like, I didn't experience my 20s like some other people may have because of Michaela. Shoot. Because of my daughter. My daughter's name is Michaela. But Michaela is 10 years old. I'm 33. I had Michaela at 23. I was pregnant at 22. So my 20s was, oh, you a mother. Like, I didn't do other things that I may have done in my 20s, like partying and all of that good stuff, or traveling and all that, because I had to be a mother. So I think your teen years, you get a pass because you're a teen. Your 20s is you just officially legal and grown. But 30 is like no holds barred. You're grown, and your life should be in order. I think that was my thinking and why it was a push to have certain things in order by the time I was 30. So this is the thing, because you said I pushed us to get married. If I didn't push us to get married, what age do you think? Well, when do you think you would have proposed?
The day I met you.
You so extra.
Well, you wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready the day you met me either. So please stop. Please stop. And I think that comes with timing too. Just, I know some people are like, don't be dating somebody for 5 years, this many years, but I think I look at that differently now. Like, I don't say don't be dating somebody for 10 years, but somebody dating for 5 years, to me, is you're learning each other. You're growing with each other. Mm-hmm. So, in that part, while you're dating, when you're married, then you don't have some of those things. You don't have some of those probably issues because you know each other longer and experience more things together. Then some of those early on things may not be an issue. What you think?
I agree, but 5 years is a long time.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think it's 5 years is a long time to be dating somebody and not be married? You think at 5 years you know whether or not you're gonna get married?
Yeah.
But some people don't want to be married. It's like they're committed without the ring.
But that's where the communication comes in.
But man, and then too, I heard some friends that said, marriage ain't for me. Like, I want to have this be my boyfriend forever. Like, and we could just be my man, I'm his woman, whatever. And they're okay with that.
Um, that's that, whatever floats their boat. But for me, I wasn't about to wait 5 years to ask you to marry me.
What if I said no when you proposed?
I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
But what if I did? Would you? Do you think we'd still date? You would still be dating me and trying to stick with me until I was ready, or what?
Well, if you'd have said no, first thing I'd have did would have went back to K's and got my money back. Second of all,
you would not. You would have kept that damn ring and put it on that dresser and waited. So please stop fronting.
I think I would have waited, but we'd have had to address why you said no.